Hello, and welcome to our final episode in our 7-day series on how earning $100 a day actually works, brought to you by Tech Money Diaries. This last episode is breaking down how to decide if an online job can realistically reach $100 a day. So, over the last 6 days, we've broken down why $100 a day isn't instant, which work modules can reach it, why platforms cap earnings, how time versus pay math works, why stacking matters, why consistency beats platform hopping. Today, we're putting all of that together because the real goal isn't just earning $100 a day. It's knowing how to decide whether an opportunity can realistically get you there without guessing, panic, or pressure. This is the calm decision framework most people never learn. Why decision making is a real skill. Most people don't fail because they chose a bad platform. They fail because they make decisions under urgency, fear, income pressure, and incomplete information. That leads to overcommitting, chasing hype, ignoring red flags, and burning out quickly. A good decision framework doesn't remove uncertainty, it reduces chaos. At times, you see online where the jobs or platforms pauses and ask yourself these 5 questions. Anytime you see an online job or platform, pause and ask yourself these 5 questions. How does this pay? Hourly, per task, per project. If pay is vague or consistency changing, consistency will be difficult. How many paid hours are realistically available? Guaranteed hours, first come task, invitation only work. Access matters more than advertised rates. What gets throttled or capped? Task limits, daily caps, quality gates, availability windows. Every platform has constraints. You just need to know where they are. So, what does consistency unlock over time? Better access, higher rates, priority assignments, more stable scheduling. If nothing improves with consistency, growth is limited. What does that cost you in energy? Cognitive load, stress, scheduling, rigidity, burnout, risk. High pay means nothing if you can't sustain the work. So, how this framework protects you? The framework helps you avoid time traps, spot unrealistic promises, say no faster, choose calmer paths, stack intentionally. It replaces guessing, emotional decisions, what if I miss out, with clarity. So, how does $100 a day fit into real life? Here's the final mindset shift. $100 a day is not a moral benchmark, a measure of effort, a requirement for success. It's a reference point. For some people, it's a short-term goal, a stacking outcome, a transitional phase. For others, it's not worth the trade-off. Better average weekly, less important than stability. The framework lets you decide instead of chasing someone else's definition of success. So, what comes next after this series? If you follow the entire series, you now understand the things most people never stop to analyze, why online work behaves the way it does, how platforms think, how income stability actually forms, and to evaluate opportunities calmly. This is the real advantage. Not speed, not hack, not hype, clarity. So, in closing, my final takeaways: you don't need perfect certainty to move forward. You need clear thinking. With the right framework, you can evaluate any job online in minutes without pressure, guilt, or urgency. That's how people stop chasing and start choosing. If this series helped you see things more differently, stay subscribed. More clarity driven breakdowns are coming. Choose wisely for your financial success journey. Stay in touch with us on our YouTube channel, Tech Money Diaries, where we talk about real tech, real money, and real life. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and even share if this series was helpful for you. If you don't have any questions, thank you for tuning in to our series, and we definitely appreciate your longevity in this particular series on how to earn $100 a day and how it actually works. Brought to you by Tech Money Diaries. Until next time, thank you for tuning in.